Hello friends, today in this video I shall be talking about the distribution of minerals in India, then different uses of minerals and what are the ways of conserving these minerals and what are the types of the resources. So here I start with the distribution of minerals. So India, it is having a variety of minerals, and Chota Nagpur Plateau, it is and its surrounding area, they are having huge deposits. Many minerals are found. Some of these minerals which are found are like in India. If we find that what are the minerals which are found over here, then it is iron ore, bauxite, mica, manganese, limestone, copper, gold, salt, etc. There are many more. So these are the major ones that we shall be discussing over here. Then see in the image you are having iron ore. India is one of the leading producers of the iron ore, and very high grade deposits of iron ore is also found in here in like Jharkhand. See here I am showing you the through the pointers that here is Orissa, and then here Jharkhand, then Chhattisgarh over here, then Madhya Pradesh, then Goa in this region, and then Maharashtra, and then Karnataka. Karnataka is here. So these are some of the states where the iron deposits are present. Then if we talk about the bauxite, then these are it is the ore from which aluminium is extracted, and among the leading producer, it is one of the India is there are other countries also where bauxite is found, but India is also one of the leading producer of bauxite, and mainly it is found in again Orissa, then yeah, it is present in Jharkhand also, then Chhattisgarh, and then Madhya Pradesh, and then Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, it is in the southern side, this here. So these are the places where bauxite is found. Then if you see mica is another India is one of the largest producer, and it also exports mica in other parts of the world also, and usually this mica is used in the electrical goods because it is a bad conductor of electricity. Now mica is found in Bihar, then Jharkhand, then Rajasthan, then Telangana, and then Andhra Pradesh. So these are some of the states where these are found. Then next type of minerals found, major minerals, that is manganese. This is manganese. As you can see that it is the India is also one of the leading producer of manganese, and then these deposits of manganese, they are present in some of the states like Maharashtra, then Madhya Pradesh, then Orissa, and then Chhattisgarh, and then Karnataka, and then Telangana. These are some of the states where these manganese are found. Then limestone is another type of mineral which is also found over here. That is these limestones, they are majorly found in Bihar, Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Rajasthan. Then Gujarat, Tamil Nadu. These are some of the states. These are the producing states of limestone, and it is also used in iron and steel and cement industries also. So it is of great use to us. Then we have the copper. Copper is another mineral which is found over here in India, and it has adequate deposits of copper, and it also it is inadequate deposit of copper, and that is why since it is not having sufficient of copper in India, that is why many great amount of copper is also imported from the other country. And some of the leading producers, the producing states are the Rajasthan, then Jharkhand, then Madhya Pradesh, then Karnataka, and then Andhra Pradesh. So these are some of the states where copper is found. Then next we have the gold. Gold is another important mineral which is found in India, and it is also having a limited resource, means that it is not found in great abundance, but still some amount of gold is also found in our country. Majorly it is in Kolar in Karnataka, and it also there are deep mines, and from there this expensive mineral is extracted. Then we have salt. Salt is another mineral that is obtained from the sea, lakes, and it is India is one of the leading producers, and it also exports salt. And the some of the salt producing states are Gujarat, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh. So these are the minerals which were found. Now when these minerals are there, then first of all we should understand that what are the uses of minerals. And for the uses of minerals, mineral resources are amongst the most important natural resource that play a very great role in the industrials and the economic development of a country, because they provide raw materials to primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors of the economy. So these minerals, they are very important in the industries, and copper is used in almost everything from coins to pipes, means it is found in number of things. So and then this aluminum is also, like if you talk about the different minerals, then copper is used in so many things. Then silicon, if you talk about, then it is used in computer industries. Aluminum, it is used in kitchen, buildings, bottles, etc. So many things, aeroplanes, automobiles. So there are several uses of minerals, and that is why we should these all minerals, they are a great resource for our country. Then we should understand that if there are these resources which are present and there are several uses, then it is very important to know that why the conservation of this mineral should be done and how it can be done. So for the conservation of minerals, it is very important because they are our country's valuable possessions, and minerals should be used in a very planned manner. Technology, there should be technology to upgrade and allow the use of low grade. There are low grade ores also. So to allow the low grade ores at a very low cost, and recycling is also very important for the conservation of these resources. Now these resources, they are exhaustible, and there are all these minerals which are exhaustible also. Okay, there are different types of minerals. So there are minerals which are exhaustible also, and all these minerals which we had talked about, like iron ore, bauxite, mica, these are all exhaustible resources, and the formation is also very limited, and it takes thousands of years for the formation of this type of minerals, and therefore it is very important that the waste should be reduced. There should not be any wastage, so that the proper conservation can be done, and recycling of the metals should be done. So this is also one of the method through which the conservation of the minerals can be done. Now I shall be talking about the power and energy resources. Now power and energy resources is something that can like energy resources. Let us talk about energy resources. Then what happens, there is something like producing heat, power life, then move objects or produce electricity. So these are the different things which happens in the energy resources. Now energy resources sources that come in many forms, and this includes like nuclear, fossil fuels, natural gas and oil, coal, these are the renewable resources. These are the there are the new resources which are non-renewable. So if you talk about the fossil fuels, gas, oils, coal, these are all non-renewable resources. And then there are some renewable resources like wind and solar. So these are the renewable. So we find that the resources are of two types. Okay, so these resources they help in rising economic development in the world of every country, and that is why it is in great demand. And for more power resources, there are some renewable resources like wind energy, solar energy, tidal energy, nuclear energy, and other power resources also. So these are some of the resources, and these are of two types. Mainly these resources are of two types. One is conventional and the other is non-conventional. So in today's video, I shall be telling only about the conventional, and I shall be telling about the non-conventional in the coming video. In the next video, I shall talk about the non-conventional resources also. So here I shall talk about the conventional resources today. Now in conventional resources, the energy resources that is very common for a long time is called the conventional resources. Now these are some of the conventional resources. If you talk about, then there are firewood, coal, fossil fuels, and there are two main conventional resources, that is fossil fuel and firewood, and they are also exhaustible. They are all exhaustible source of energy. Now these fossil fuels we have studied in the earlier class also. Now these are the fossils. Now fossils, you can see in the image that it is the remains of the plants and animals, and these fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, natural gas are the main sources of conventional resources. What happens, that these dead remains of the plants and animals, they are buried under the earth for number of years, for millions of years, and due to the high temperature and pressure, they are converted into fossil fuels. So here we have different fossil fuels like firewood or petroleum. Then we have hydel powers. Let us firewood, coal. These are also the some of the conventional resources. So firewood, it is very common that the wood which is used for the fire, that is the firewood, and it is commonly found in the villages. Approximately 50% of the energy which the villagers use, they are from the firewood. Then coal, it is also very important power energy, and these are also found in abundance, and this is also a fossil fuel, and it occurs between the layers of sedimentary rocks. We had studied about the three types of rocks. So sedimentary rocks, that is, it is found in layers. So in the layers of these sedimentary rocks, these fossil fuels are, or you can say these coal is also found. It is this coal is very important, and from millions of years this coal is being used, and it produces immense heat, and it is produced after the immense heat and pressure, and then it takes lot of number of years, and then only it gets transformed into coal. Electricity generation is also done with this coal, which is named as thermal power, and the world's largest coal reserves are in Russia, USA, China, South Africa, Ukraine, Poland, UK, Germany. So these are all the countries which are having the rich deposits of coal. In India, if you talk about, then there are coal reserves in our country also, which is found in Damodar Valley, mainly in Jharia, Dhanbad, Bokaro, Raniganj, and Giridih. These are some of the coal mines, well-known coal mines of India. Then there are other states also where these deposits are also new deposits has been found, which has been found in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Korba in Chhattisgarh, and then some part of Odisha. So this coal is found primarily found by the use mainly in the, it is mainly used in the steel and industries, and for the railways is also used in great amount. So these are some of the these are some of the fossil fuels, or you can say the energy which has been used. Then there are other resources also, which is namely petroleum, natural gas, and hydel power. So let us know about all these one by one. So this petroleum, it is a naturally occurring liquid formed, which is it is in the liquid form, and it is found beneath the earth's surface, and that can be refined into fuel. Now petroleum, it is a fossil fuel. That means that it has been created by the decomposition of organic matters over millions of years. So this petroleum is also found in the sedimentary rocks, and it is extracted by the drilling process. We had studied in the previous video about the different methodologies which were adopted for the extraction of the minerals. So for the extraction of minerals, this drilling process is adopted. And in our country, it is found in the offshores and coastal areas, and here there are varieties of products which are being made from the petroleum, that is petrol, diesel, kerosene, wax, plastics, and other lubricants. So these are some of the varieties of the products which are being prepared from the petroleum. Now some of the main countries which are the petroleum producing countries, they are Saudi Arabia, Iran, Kuwait, Iraq, then UAE, Bahrain, etc. And then there are other petroleum product producing countries also. They are USA, Venezuela, Russia, China, Libya, Indonesia, Algeria. Now in India also this petroleum is found. So where it is found? It is found in Assam. The place mainly Digboy. Digboy is the name of the place which is in Assam. Then in Mumbai offshore, the place is there which is named as Mumbai High. So there petroleums are extracted. And then some areas of Gujarat also, and then in the deltas of Krishna and Godavari, which is found in Andhra Pradesh. So these petroleums, they are found in these areas, and they are very valuable source of our energy. Then here you find that namely if I tell you, then this Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, here is the coastal area where it is found in Andhra Pradesh, where the delta of the Krishna and Godavari is found. And offshore I said, then here you can find offshore. Here is the oil extraction done in the Mumbai High. So these are the places where this petroleum is found in our country. So then we have the natural gas. Then what happens? This natural gas, it is the mixture of mainly hydrocarbon consisting mainly of methane gas. Then natural gas, it is also called as fossil gas because it is also a fossil. It is found in the fossils. Then natural gas, these are widely used in domestic and industrial areas. So industrial fuel it is also named as, and it is commonly used for transportation also. So the USA, if you say, then it is the largest producer and the consumer of natural gas. Then there are other important producers also like Mexico, Netherlands, Russia, Iran, Romania, Germany. Now in India, it is also found in the offshore. Offshore means just now I show you that is found in the offshore and oil fields of Gujarat. Gujarat is here, and then Gujarat here, and then you have Andhra Pradesh, that is over here. So it is also found in Andhra Pradesh, then Telangana, then in Maharashtra, and then in Tamil Nadu, which is here, Tamil Nadu, which is over here. So and then some reserves of natural gas is also found in Rajasthan, and Tripura it is over here. So these are some of the places where this natural gas are also found. Then hydropower station, if you talk about, then hydropower, it is it is fueled by water, because hydropower, if you try to understand from the word, it is produced from hydro, that means water. So that is why it is also named as hydropower, and it is very clean fuel source, because that means it does not pollute the air. And like power plant, other power plants, they burn the fossil fuels, and such as like coal or natural gas, then for the doing different works or activities, so those also pollute. But hydropower, they do not pollute, and this hydroelectricity power is a domestic source of energy without being recycled upon and relying upon. You you do not have to depend on some of the international fuel sources that is available in our country itself. So these are the hydropower, and this is generated in hydropower plants. I am sending you another small video of 1 minute where the production of the electricity is also been shown. So it is generated from the force. You see, the water is made to fall from great height. Dams are made where the water of the rivers are reserved, and there from the great height this water is made to fall on the turbine, and then the turbine, it rotates, and this is how the electricity is generated. And this source does not pollute any thing, air or anything. So this is a very eco-friendly production, and then it created a lot of hydroelectricity in a very simple method. So here the again these hydropower stations, if you talk about, then about 1/4 of the world's electricity is produced by this hydroelectricity. So the leading producers of hydropower in the world, there are Norway, Brazil, China, etc. And then in India, these water reserves are being made, like dams are being made on different rivers. Some of the major electricity producing projects are like Bhakra Nangal Dam, Damodar Valley Corporation, then Hirakund Dam, then Tungabhadra, then Chambal, Kosi. These are some of the projects where the water is made. Even the Jog Fall, which is found in the south, and there are other rivers also where these projects are being set up, and the hydroelectricity is produced. So this is how the several hydropower projects there are many rivers which are coming from the Himalayas. Okay, so many this hydropower projects are also set up on the foothills of the Himalayas and in the Western Ghats also, where the fall of the water are made either it is naturally or artificially through the construction of dams, and then the electricity is generated. So here the generation of the electricity, it is very friendly, that is it is not polluting any. So these are some of the very important sources, sources which are there. So this is all in our video today. So the power and energy resources which are found, I have dealt with the petroleum, hydro and the natural gases, and there are fossil fuels. So, and I shall be talking about the non-conventional methods in the next video. That's all for today. Thank you.